In 1959, a young Stanford professor named Bernard Widrow met a graduate student named Ted Hoff. During a discussion in Widrow's office, they invented one of the most important algorithms in machine learning history, the least mean squares algorithm, or LMS. Their work became one of the foundations of modern artificial intelligence and neural networks. The story begins with Widrow's fascination with intelligent machines. After attending the famous 1956 Dartmouth AI conference, where the term artificial intelligence was first introduced, Widrow dreamed of building machines that could think. But the technology of the time was too limited, so he shifted his focus toward adaptive filters, systems that could learn to separate signals from noise. To understand how these systems learn, the chapter introduces a powerful mathematical idea called gradient descent. Imagine standing on a dark hillside and trying to reach the village below. The safest way is to repeatedly move in the steepest downward direction. Mathematics uses the same idea to minimize errors in machine learning models. A function can be imagined as a bowl-shaped surface, and the goal is to reach the bottom of the bowl where the error is smallest. Gradient descent repeatedly updates values using the slope until the minimum is reached. Even more important in higher dimensions, where the gradient becomes a vector pointing in the direction of steepest ascent. Moving in the opposite direction takes us toward the minimum error. Widrow applied this concept to adaptive filters and artificial neurons. His systems adjusted internal parameters, called weights, in order to reduce mistakes over time. Widrow and Hoff discovered a much simpler update rule, used only rough estimates of the gradient. It worked remarkably well. The algorithm learned gradually by taking many small steps toward lower error. Over one weekend, Widrow and Hoff built a hardware neuron called Adeline, adaptive linear neuron. It could learn to distinguish patterns such as letters represented in a 4x4 pixel grid. This was one of the earliest machines capable of learning from examples. Later, Widrow expanded the idea into Madeline, an early multi-layer neural network. Meanwhile, Ted Hoff went on to join Entity Company, Intel, semiconductor Intel-cessor. The importance of the LMS algorithm cannot be overstated. Modern deep learning systems, with millions or even billions of parameters, still rely on forms of gradient descent. Techniques like backpropagation are built upon the same core ideas introduced by Widrow and Hoff. This chapter shows that the foundations of modern AI were not created overnight. They emerged from mathematics, calculus, optimization, and the determination of researchers who believed machines could learn from mistakes. The bottom of the bowl became the path that led to modern artificial intelligence.